This morning, singer Cassie Ventura will be back on the stand for another day of cross-examination in the Sean Combs federal sex trafficking trial. During cross-examination yesterday, attorneys focused on text messages and emails between Ventura and Combs. From love notes to exchanges about drug-fueled sex encounters called freak-offs. She also testified about consensual sex with Combs after she accused him of raping her in 2018. Joining us now is attorney Rachel Fiset. Thank you so much again for being with us this morning.
My pleasure.
So it seems that the defense is trying to lay out here, especially with talking about these text messages and emails that were sent, that they're trying to show that Ventura consented to what was sometimes even seen as being enthusiastic about these sex parties. How is this playing out, and why is this important when it comes to the consent versus coercion case?
This is really important to the federal case of coercion, because to be sex trafficked, which is one of the charges, or to have a RICO violation, they needed to basically kidnap Cassie Ventura or any of the other witnesses. But she is the one on the stand right now. And so they have shown the abuse of her, and she needs to have been unable to leave either by coercion or by force. And so by showing she consented to various acts and that they have loving text messages as well. She is saying, I love you. There are things that would suggest that she was voluntarily in the relationship for a long period of time. And they are going through those communications somewhat painstakingly to really harp on the fact that she may have been there voluntarily and none of this was coerced.
Yeah, and I'm seeing this morning that prosecutors really want to see them wrap up their questioning of her because she is so pregnant, and they don't want this to affect the timing of the trial. Is it likely that the judge actually heeds what they want to happen?
I think that they have now said we'd like her off the stand by 4:30 this afternoon, but that doesn't give time for their redirect. So there is a very good possibility she will be back next week, but they don't want her over the weekend to worry about her cross-examination. They don't want her to go in labor and be unavailable to finish her cross-examination because that could result in a mistrial. And the other thing they probably really don't want is for the defense to review her transcript over the next 2 days, given more time in a weekend, and come back stronger Monday with their questioning. So there's a few things going on here.
Oh, that's interesting. We do want to discuss another case with you. The sexual assault and battery accusations now against Smokey Robinson that came out. This is now a criminal investigation. It's in the early stages. Obviously, we saw the civil case. We talked to you about that last week and how that plays out. What does this mean now that a criminal investigation has been launched?
There was a police report filed after the civil filing. The sheriff has confirmed they are investigating the allegations. That is all they will confirm at this time. So I do think they will talk to the witnesses and they will go through what they are saying. And they will judge credibility and whether it makes sense to go forward on a criminal prosecution. But that's all very early stages at this point.
Yeah, from what we were talking about in the lawsuit last week, these are accusations that span over a very long period of time. What are some of the factors here that make you feel like they may actually have a case or not have a case? Because do these women have any evidence that any of this happened?
We don't know if they have evidence that this happened. We're just not there yet. What I think we have is a potential pattern of the same behaviors happening, which really does corroborate each of their stories. If that's how they testify, the police and sheriff's office, they will talk to each of them individually and test their stories. But this is so nascent, it's very difficult, other than the repeated acts that sound very similar, to know whether there's evidence, if there was a camera, if there were any witnesses to these acts. So I think we are in the very baby stages here and really don't know how this will proceed.
Yeah, seems like we'll be following all these for a bit. We read and watch so much of these every day. It's fun to talk to you in the morning and see what you think and your perspective is. Rachel, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you so much.